Okay, so today we're going to cover the topics of global marketing and an introduction to the strategic planning process. Let's go. Globalization reflects a business orientation based on the belief that the world is becoming more homogeneous and that distinctions between national markets are not only fading, but some products will eventually disappear. As a result, companies need to globalize their international strategy by formulating it across markets to take advantage of underlying market, cost, environmental, and competitive factors. Before globalization, marketers utilized a country-by-country multi-domestic strategy to a great extent, which each country organization operated as a profit center. Each national entity markets a range of different products and services targeted to different customer segments, utilizing different marketing strategies with little or no coordination of operations between countries. However, as national markets become increasingly similar and scale economies become increasingly important, the inefficiencies of duplicating product development and manufacture in each country become more apparent, and the pressure to leverage resources and coordinate activities across borders gains urgency. Similarly, the increasing number of customers operating globally, as well as the same or similar competitors faced throughout the major markets, adds to the need of strategy integration. It should be noted that global leverage means balancing three interests: global, regional, and local. Something we must remember is that both external and internal factors will create the favorable conditions for development of a strategy and resource allocation on a global basis. These factors can be divided into market, cost, environmental, and competitive factors. Kenichi Omai has identified consumers in the triad of North America, Europe, and the Asia-Pacific region, who marketers can treat as a single market with similar consumption habits. Over 1 billion in number, these consumers have similar educational backgrounds, income levels, lifestyles, use of leisure time, and aspirations. One reason given for the similarities in their demand is a level of purchasing power, 10 times greater than that of the developing markets or even emerging economies. That translates into higher diffusion rates for certain products. Another reason is that developed infrastructures, diffusion of telecommunication, and common platforms such as Microsoft Windows and the Internet lead to attractive markets for other goods and services. Emerging and developing markets have been able to leapfrog into the newest technologies, closing significant gaps of the past. Products can, therefore, be designed to meet similar demand conditions throughout the triad and beyond. These similarities also enhance the transferability of other marketing elements. At the same time, channels of distribution are becoming more global. That is, growing number of retailers are now showing great flexibility in their strategies for entering new geographic markets. The presence of global and regional channels makes it more necessary for the marketer to rationalize marketing efforts. Now, talking about cost factors, avoiding cost inefficiencies and duplication of effort are two of the most powerful globalization drivers. A single country approach may not be large enough for the local business to achieve all possible economies of scale and scope, as well as synergies, especially given the dramatic changes in the marketplace. In many cases, expanded market participation and activity concentration can accelerate the accumulation of learning and experience.
Krabs is opening a new restaurant called the Krusty Krab 2. First of all, congratulations, Mr. Krabs.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money.
Now, talking about environmental factors, government barriers have fallen dramatically in the last years to further facilitate the globalization of markets and the activities of marketers within them. Also, the resulting removal of physical, fiscal, and technical barriers is indicative of the changes that are taking place around the world on a greater scale. At the same time, rapid technological evolution is contributing to the process. Newly emerging markets will benefit from advanced communications by being able to leapfrog stages of economic development. Places that until recently were incommunicado in China, Vietnam, Hungary, or Brazil are rapidly acquiring state-of-the-art telecommunications, especially in mobile telephony, that will let them foster both internal and external development. Talking about competitive factors, we need to know that many industries are already dominated by global competitors that are trying to take advantage of the three sets of factors mentioned earlier. To remain competitive, the marketer may have to be the first to do something or to be able to match or preempt competitors' moves. Products are now introduced, upgraded, and distributed at rates unimaginable a decade ago. Without a global network, a marketer may run the risk of seeing carefully researched ideas picked up by other global players. Market presence may be necessary to execute global strategies and to prevent others from having undue advantage in unchallenged markets. So, what can be said about all of that we mentioned before? What is the outcome? Well, the four globalization drivers have affected countries and industrial sectors differently, as you can imagine. While some industries are truly globally contested, such as paper and soft drinks, some others, such as government procurement, are still quite close and will open up as a decades-long evolution. Commodities and manufactured goods are already in a globalized state, while many consumer goods are accelerating toward more globalization. Similarly, the leading trading nations of the world display far more openness than low-income countries, thus advancing the state of globalization in general. That being said, now we can jump to the strategic planning process. Given the opportunities and challenges provided by the new realities of the marketplace, decision makers have to engage in strategic planning to match markets with products and other corporate resources more effectively and efficiently, to strengthen the company's long-term competitive advantage. While the process has been summarized in the next picture, many of the stages can occur simultaneously. Furthermore, feedback as a result of evaluation and control may restart the process at any stage, but we're going to break down each of those stages for the next class. Hey, that was the end of the class. Thank you so much for having joined me. Remember that we have more things to share, more things to learn, so stay tuned. Thanks so much, and see you soon.